As the movie begins, a pregnant woman named Natalia is shown. Then, it is time for her delivery. Alina, Natalia's mother, is also present. Natalia's condition begins to cause her discomfort, so her mother takes her to the hospital immediately. Due to the late hour, most doctors are absent. However, a nurse attends to her, and Natalia gives birth to a child. When they see the infant, however, they are all shocked and concerned, because what they witness is incredible. The baby begins to fly. Natalia is also astonished. She then tells her mother that a baby angel has been born in their home. Being more experienced, Natalia's mother recognizes that he is not a typical baby. And it's true, as the baby was born completely without gravity. Feeling vulnerable, they leave the hospital, even though the nurse warns them it isn't time for their discharge. But they ignore her and arrive at their home. As they enter, Natalia's mother asks a peculiar question. She asks about the child's father, but Natalia cannot remember him. Her mother says the child is not normal and that they must keep it a secret because they could face terrible difficulties if anyone ever finds out. They decide to name the child Oscar, who is truly an uncommon child, because raising him wasn't easy. He would stick to the ceiling if they left him alone. His grandmother makes different straps for him to keep the child on the ground. They also pad the ceiling to be soft, so the child won't get hurt. They were afraid that if they left him outside alone, he might fly off into space. So they are very cautious with Oscar. His mother and grandmother take great care of him. As time passes, Oscar starts to grow up, but he remains in the house. His grandmother doesn't allow him to go outside. He spends his time at home watching Superman cartoons and imagines that he is a superhero himself. Oscar often asks his mother, Natalia, why they don't allow him to go outside. They, however, ignore his questions. Oscar watches people through the window, including children his age on their way to school. He watches the kids play with longing eyes, wishing for an independent life. He thinks that perhaps he will be imprisoned here forever. Then, one day, irritated by his confinement, Oscar tries to escape through the window, but his grandmother gets furious when she sees him. After this, she seals all the windows. She tells Oscar that he will never go outside like the other children who go to school, and that he will study at home. Hearing this, Oscar's mother gets angry. She asks, how long will we keep him imprisoned? He will go outside one day. Then Oscar's mother brings him a jacket with 2 stones in its pockets, so that he won't fly away. She takes Oscar outside, ignoring her mother. She warns him to keep it a secret, even from Superman, or he'll lose his powers. Once, while shopping with his mother, Oscar collides with a little girl. The girl's name is Aghata. The thing she was carrying fall from her hands. She shouts at Oscar and hands him 2 water bottles. She says his punishment is to carry them to her house. Oscar refuses at first, but agrees after Aghata insists. He goes with the girl without telling his mother. Now, Oscar is holding 2 heavy bottles, and he also has stones in his pockets. As a result, he feels weighed down, so he takes the 2 stones out of his pocket and drops them. His friendship with Aghata develops. When they reach her home, Aghata asks for the water bottles, but Oscar refuses to return them because he knows he will start T.O. fly if he gives the bottles back. Aghata, not understanding, snatches the water bottles from Oscar. As soon as she takes the bottles, he starts to fly into the air. The place is enclosed, so Oscar doesn't fly too high. Aghata is astonished to see this and shouts, calling him Superman. Oscar asks for her help. Hearing this, Aghata immediately goes into her house and brings a pink bag filled with stones. Their idea is for him to put the stones in his pocket. Their plan is successful, and Oscar comes down. After this, they become close friends. Then Oscar says, Aghata, promise me you will keep this a secret. Meanwhile, Oscar's mother and grandmother are worried about his disappearance. They search everywhere for him, thinking he has flown away into the air. His mother finds the stones on the ground that she had put in his pocket. Oscar returns home with Aghata's bag and tells his mother about her. Then his mother asks, have you told her your secret? He lies, saying that he didn't. Then Oscar and Aghata continue to meet for many days. Then one day, Oscar's mother finds out that Aghata knows a secret. From that day on, his mother forbids him from meeting Aghata. Aghata comes to Oscar's house but is turned away at the door by Natalia. This makes their neighbors suspicious of them. They feel that Oscar's mother and grandmother mistreat him, Since they don't allow him to go outside, he also doesn't go to school. They report it to the police, who arrive the next day, warning them to send Oscar to school. Under pressure, they have to send Oscar to school. His mother goes with him. They are certain Oscar will never live a normal life. As they take him there, their eyes well up with tears. Her mother understands everything and decides they have to leave their home. They abandon their home and move to a distant location. Many years pass, and Oscar is now a grown man. His mother has grown old, and his grandmother has passed away. Oscar still has a bag given to him by Aghata. He never parts with the bag, even sleeping with it beside him. His way of life is still the same. He spends all his time at home. His life is spent in secrecy. Oscar and his mother care for each other deeply. Oscar becomes bored with his life, frustrated by constantly hiding his secret. He thinks that if the world knew about him, he would become famous worldwide, like his ideal, Superman. He imagines people writing books about him. But his mother explains that won't happen. She fears losing him if the world finds out. For her sake, he is patient. But one day, he rushes out of the house without telling her. He visits a talent show to reveal his ability for the first time. The show is a huge success, and his mother watches helplessly. Oscar becomes famous overnight. The next day, he meets an agent named David, who promises to make him a star. "We will arrange huge events," he says. Oscar signs a contract and moves into a big house. He participates in major shows and is given the name the Man Without Gravity. They earn a lot of money, but one day, Oscar feels his childhood dream of being a superhero hasn't come true. Instead, he has become a puppet used for people's amusement. Whether it's a magic show or a media event, he begins to dislike it. Magazines and documentaries are made that paint his mother and grandmother in a bad light. Oscar hates this. During his last show, he is dressed as an angel, a look he despises. Getting angry, he shouts, "I am not an angel," and begins to yell at people in the show. He then tells his mother that he has decided to leave it all behind. He tells his agent, "Enough, I don't want to be famous anymore. I'm done." He says he won't work anymore, even though his agent protests. Oscar is irritated and tells the agent to tell the world that the Man Without Gravity has passed away or flown away. He says goodbye to his mother because he wants to live a life of his own. In the following days, the death of the famous man is announced, and people create different theories about his disappearance. Oscar's mother starts living alone, and though journalists harass her for information, she never reveals anything. After many years, Oscar's mother passes away, but Oscar is still alive, living a different life. He has a long beard and uses a wheelchair to hide his secret from the world. Having changed his identity, he works as a hotel receptionist where everyone is courteous to him. One day, he runs into his childhood friend, Aghata. She recognizes him because of the pink bag he still carries, the same one she gave him as a child. It is a bag that has kept him grounded all this time. They are happy to see each other, but Aghata is unsatisfied with her life. Her only purpose has been money, and she feels she has lost her way. She often visits a hotel with different men, and Oscar feels deeply sad seeing her like this. He tries to share his feelings, but she has changed and ignores his words. It is clear Oscar still has feelings for her. Hardship had changed her, and she felt Oscar had abandoned her. However, they finally reconcile, get married, and return to their childhood home. And the movie ends here.